Good afternoon on what is a bright, chilly day. It is Monday the 10th of October and I'm in the reading nook with a parcel to unbox and a nice hot cup of tea. Let's get this one open. Doesn't matter. You can tell, as I said before, if a book is from this publisher, because it's always hard to unbox. So what I've got in here are these two. So I'm going to pull out this one first. This is the Seven-Tailed Wolf for the 6 Seasons in Sartar campaign, written by Andrew Logan Montgomery, who's has really made a name for himself with this campaign, which so far has consisted of 2 parts: 6 Seasons in Sartar, which is probably the best starter campaign for RuneQuest so far, because it really goes from first principles and introduces you to the setting. And then he continued that up with Company of the Dragon, equally as good, more of a sandbox campaign which takes place. If 6 seasons takes place over the course of 6 seasons, Company of Dragon takes place over the course of 6 years, and this is the 3rd and final part. So Sartar 1626, so it begins after 1625, which is the beginning year for RuneQuest role-playing in Glorantha, which is what this campaign is for, and it's from the Jonstown Compendium. So, Sartar 1626 ST. In the wake of the Dragon Rise, in a Sartar now free of foreign rule, the company returns home to Black Stag Vale. After 6 years of war and exile, they struggle to find peace, but a failing prince and a gathering enemy threaten Sartar's newfound freedom. Torn between the quiet mountain clan they were and the legendary warband they have become, the company must make a choice. Are they the dragon or are they the stag? The sequel to both the platinum best-selling 6 Seasons in Sartar and the gold best-selling The Company of the Dragon, The Seven-Tailed Wolf concludes the story of the Haraborn. Inside you will find the Razoress, in which the company is pulled into Kalia's short Lightbringer's quest and faces their most dangerous adversary yet. The Riddle Part 2, in which the company is threatened by a terrifying secret. The Battle of the Queens, in which the company is called again to war and must then save the legacy of the prince they helped win the throne. The Black Stag, a hero quest in which a river spirit must be rescued and an ancient adversary faced. The Seven-Tailed Wolf, in which the company finds itself threatened by both enemies of the warband and enemies of the clan. The Company of the Dragon, in which the company faces an existential threat and is forced at last to choose between who they were and who they have become. The final chapter of the 6 Season saga, The Seven-Tailed Wolf, brings you straight into the timeline of an official Chaosium Hero Wars campaign, intentionally written to mirror 6 Seasons in Sartar. It ends the first chapter of the Haraborn's tale and leaves you ready to write your own. So, one of the things about this campaign is that 6 Seasons in Sartar takes place in 1619, and then 6 Seasons in Sartar sort of takes place from 1620 through to 1625 in the beginning of this. So this campaign can be run as a prequel to the events that we see being published now by Chaosium in its scenarios and also on the Jonstown Compendium. So this could be, well, a possible campaign prequel if you were running a great RuneQuest role-playing in Glorantha campaign. So open up. What we've got is a closer shot of the Seven-Tailed Wolf. More artwork. It's really not. This is all these books have been nice to produce in the series. Andrew Logan Montgomery's done a really fantastic job with these in terms of the production values and his team. So nice clean layout, easy to read. They're generally quite dense in text and concept, but they're worth sticking to because they really are great content. We get to the first adventure, which is Razoress. background, where and when, the summons of the Queen, summoning the Argrath, and these are all important elements, information and aspects of the setting which are coming into play as the Dragon Rise occurs and its consequences play out. So we have an encounter here again with Queen Lyca, Black Spear of Kolimar, who may well be playing a role in the player characters' lives anyway by this point. And then we have a homecoming for the player characters, because essentially for the course of much of certainly the 6 for Company of the Dragon, the player characters have basically been a roving band of marauders and bandits or rebels, depending upon your point of view. So yeah, quite dense in text, taking it through day by day. Until you actually encounter the Razoress itself here, and actually fighting Jariel, and you've got notes on here like artistic license, to enter the superhero. Basically by the time the player characters have got to this point, they will have had plenty of experience, and so on. So they will be really powerful player characters. And here's Snark Chapter 2, the Riddle Part 2, and here they are now travelling from Clearwine, the capital of the Kolimar lands there, going east, and coming home to Blackstag Vale, where their home from where they were kicked out of in the previous, basically not long after they were initiated into their cults. And this return here marks essentially, it's not just a return, it's a rebuilding of the clan. You've got a list here of things that you have to do, like building homes, building public facilities, raising cattle, diplomacy, planting fields. So it's about reclaiming what was once theirs. And so, rebuilding the palisade to protect them from outsiders, because the lands of the Harabon clan are really in this narrow valley, and that's one of the good advantages of the setting back in Six Seasons in Sartar, is that it's this everything takes place in this location, and it also limits the player characters' worldview, so they don't have to worry about what's beyond. They don't have to worry about making a huge great choice in terms of who their characters are, what cults they belong to. It's pretty much limited to what's available in the area. It's an isolated area, with a limited point of view of what's beyond. Of course, they've got to relocate the Whiter, the clan spirit, and he said there are notes here from the author himself. You can see someone who says, where are you getting this all from, and this is an awful lot of exposition, so stand by for that. And then then we have a hero quest for them to take. And then chapter 3 is the Battle of the Queens. So in the Blackstag Vale, the Company of the Dragon continues resettlement. Fields are planted, herds are tended, homes are rebuilt. Loved ones were they were divided from slowly begin to return. Under the summer sun, as the fields grow and ripen, the company almost has peace in its grasp. But on Sartar's northern border, Ferrandos of Tarsh has massed an army made of what was left of the Lunar Empire's provincial forces. Just as she had seen 7 years ago, Kalia Starbrow re-enters their lives with summons for all who love free Sartar to assemble under a banner. Once more, the company is called to war. So, you know, you have almost the resettlement, the rebuilding is an interlude. Essentially, you have the player characters going out and encountering the great and the good in order to serve Kalia Starbrow, and then partake in one of the great battles of sort of like post-Dragon Rise. So yeah, and this is really tying into the big events of that period, of the aftermath of the Dragon Rise, enabling the player characters to get involved. And then essentially we get into the Black Stag after the events of after the events of Battle of Queens, essentially basically they face a threat back at home, because I don't want to give any spoilers away if you don't know what happens at the Battle of Queens. So obviously the Royal Stag appears, you have the Harrowborn Whiter appear, the white stag, which will involve dealing with that. I'm trying to bring it home, I'm presuming, basically making sure that it is actually a whiter, and restoring the clan to what it once was. And chapter 5, the Seven-Tailed Wolf. And here we have an actual hero quest. And the great thing is essentially really, in some ways, what we've got in the hero quest, in the Seven-Tailed Wolf, is a preview of what Andrew Logan Montgomery is writing for the hero quest rules for RuneQuest, which will hopefully be out by the time this comes to pass. The final chapter, I think, is the Company of the Dragon. And here, this is a fantastic image. We have literally the two sides of the player characters. We have essentially the dragon versus the deer, the hart, and facing off against each other. Of course, the Empire strikes back, so therefore we have the return of the Lunar Empire to the region. And then essentially the appendix looking at the Vale as it once was. Basically just an overview of what it once was, and basically back at the time of the company of the 7 seasons in Sartar. So yeah, this is from basically on the Jonstown Compendium. It's from Blackrock Games, but obviously written by Andrew Logan Montgomery. Done a fantastic job with this. I'm already really keen to review this, but it's going to be a while. But I've enjoyed all the previous 2 parts of this campaign. Really fantastic content, and a campaign I would absolutely love to play through myself. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a parcel containing a book or game, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so. All, of course, accompanied by a nice cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. We'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for me. Bye for now, sorry.